Welcome to Mark on Expression. I am so excited. My name is Sunshine, and I am your host. This is our very first broadcast here at Boston Neighborhood Network. The producer is Jerry Lamore, and I am so pleased and thankful to be chosen to host the show. I'll tell you a little bit about Mark on Expression. Mark on Expression is a show that will highlight and feature many different things in our community, organizations, individuals, artists, so on and so forth. And what we'll do throughout the show is we will have a reflection. And the reflection will be a reflection upon a video clip of some sort, a performance. It could be a number of different things that you, the viewers, will watch with us, participate in with us. And we actually will have a reflection today. Before we get started with our in-studio guests, we're going to have a performance. And in studio with me today is CJ. CJ is going to play guitar and sing, and I believe that's the harmonica. So we're going to go right to CJ. And CJ, take it away.
Thank you very much. The song I wrote called Always Love. You ain't gonna get by hating on nobody. That's all about changing your frame of mind. Easier life seems to get when you live and let live honestly. Don't expect to always see eye to eye all the time. Always love, love, love. Don't let your heart slip away. Always love, love, love. The older you get, the harder things might seem to be. For some it gets easier as we grow. Practice your understanding of other people's minds. You'll see how love cleans up everything. Most of the time, always love, love, love. Don't let your heart slip away. Always love, love, love. Gone are the days when we could afford to waste our time. Now you spend days trying to buy time. The older we get, it seems the harder things might be. So open your heart and you might buy more time. Always love, love, love. Don't let your heart slip. Always love, love, love. Thank you.
That was a wonderful, wonderful performance performed by CJ. We want to thank him for gracing us with that wonderful tune. We're going to find out exactly what the name of that song was in a few moments. And earlier during my introduction, what I said mark on expression is and will be moving forward is a highlight of organizations, individuals, artists. And today we are joined by members of Tomfoolery. I want to be sure that I say that correctly. And in studio, I'm going to start with ladies first. To my left is Mimi. Hi, Mimi.
Hello, Sunshine. It's a pleasure to be here
Well,
today.
thank you for being with us. And of course, CJ, who just completed a performance here. Thank you for coming.
Thank you, Sunshine.
All right. And Jens.
Yes, great to be here.
Jens is in studio, and as I understand it, you are the executive director of Tomfoolery. We're going to learn a little bit about Tomfoolery in a few moments.
Sure.
But can you, I'm going back to Mimi.
Okay.
Mimi, tell our viewers a little bit about yourself.
I'm a mom of two. I have a history of trauma and mental health issues and self-medicating, and for many years was misdiagnosed and lost the joy of singing, lost the ability to sing really, and so finding Tomfoolery was a wonderful thing for me.
Awesome.
Yeah, so I've been in the organization for a month, and they're like a family to me. And when you have mental health issues, it really breaks through the isolation to be with other people who are using music to heal.
Awesome. Well, I appreciate your testimony and sharing that with our viewers, and we'll learn more about that. And CJ, you are also a member of this wonderful organization that I'm learning about. So tell our viewers a little bit about yourself.
Well, I'm a newcomer to Tomfoolery. I've been here for 3 months, about 3 months. I'm a singer-songwriter. I live in Boston now. I've been here for 3 years, and I too have a history of drug and alcohol abuse, and I'm coming up on 7 years sober in October 9th.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah, I had an accident happen when I was a kid. I was hit by a drunk driver, and I have a head injury, so Tomfoolery couldn't be more appropriate for someone like me. It's a great organization. Allows me to play shows and not have to compete with the music business, so to speak, because it's a music industry in itself, and it's really done wonders for me in the short time that I've been here.
Awesome. So Jens, why don't you give our viewers a little bit of background
Sure.
about Tomfoolery,
Sure.
a little bit about yourself
Yes.
as the executive director, and what the organization means to so many people such as Mimi, CJ, and others.
Yes, sure. So I'm originally from Sweden, where I played in a punk band in the 80s. Then I eventually moved to the United States and figured out I need a real job, so I went into counseling psychology. And then I found an internship which was working with Tomfoolery, and that was 20 years ago, and I never quit. So I worked myself up from a volunteer all the way to executive director position. And I'm a mental health counselor, so finding Tomfoolery was perfect for me as a musician and a mental health worker. And what we do really is to find people in mental health recovery. That's the word we like to use rather than mental illness, because it gives more hope and possibilities.
I probably fit right in, by the way.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't play an instrument, but
exactly.
I probably fit right into
Yeah.
that.
And I mean, that is true, that mental health recovery is a continuum, right? We're all on that continuum somewhere, So we are a group of 50 musicians, 50, who play all kinds of different music. And Mimi and CJ are two who are here today. really with the purpose of empowering people, of giving people work, pay our musicians for every gig they do, and really showcase to the world that people in mental health recovery can be very talented and have a lot of skills. We can really challenge the stigma that is, so associated with people in mental health recovery.
Now I want to go back to CJ. CJ, you performed a song, and you also talked about your own background. Now I know you want to share with our viewers what the name of the song is. You did introduce it earlier, but can you share the inspiration behind that song?
Well, this is a song I wrote exactly a month ago today, called "Always Love," and it was inspired by tomfoolery. You know, the miracles that tomfoolery has given to my music, my songwriting. I own a recording studio in Boston, and Sharon, I call her Sharon. She goes by Mimi, but I call her Sharon. It's her name, and she was one of my customers, and she left a flyer in my studio one time with tomfoolery, so I called, and it happened to be a miracle. Because I had been in a punk rock band when I was younger also, a heavy metal band with my brother, and that was just running in a circle of mainstream and nothing but drugs and alcohol, and for the past, I don't know, 14 years, I've been, I lost a wife because of my alcoholism and my drug use, and went running wild with my music, and had been just going nowhere. And I moved to Boston because of a girlfriend 3 years ago, and this is the best thing that's happened to me, tomfoolery, because I have definite gigs. I don't have to manipulate my way through the boss scene again anymore, and the wrong people, and getting into the wrong bands. I'd rather do it alone. And my piano playing is advanced since I've been in tomfoolery. My guitar playing is advanced. My songwriting has been given more time to think about actually what I'm writing and not just write sporadically. Mm-hmm. And they cradle me in the way I need to be helped. Tomfoolery does so.
And Mimi, you talked, and I did read briefly a little bit about your own background, and that you come from as a professional musician, and you also shared, that you've faced and been through some trauma. How has the organization, and you did say something about you lost the joy of music within yourself throughout that time. Mm-hmm. How have you been able to use this organization, tomfoolery, as a means to re-energize yourself and your love and passion for music?
Right. Yeah, Sunshine. Now I'm a newbie, so I haven't been around here very long. But listen, it's not the trauma that does the damage. It's not having a voice for it. And so I came in. I'm on if you want to call it, a musical journey, and I'm here to recover, which is to get back something that was taken or stolen from me through some serious trauma and depression and anxiety. And not just using music to do that, but to be afforded the opportunity to perform for people and to create an intimate atmosphere of sharing my music with people and having them listen. It's just a wonderful, wonderful thing. I'm just so looking forward to my future with this, with tomfoolery. I just love it. I just love it.
So Jens, we're going to give you the last minute before we go into a break. And I'd like to ask you, the psychological, psychiatric portion of music and healing, how did the two mesh, and how did those two mesh to become this seemingly powerful organization?
I think, one thing with music is that it has this direct access to our emotions, and when we listen to music, there's something that opens up in us. It also unites people in a really nice way. Like I said before, I used to play in a punk rock band, and after a few years in tomfoolery, they needed a backup guitarist to play classical music. I can't even read music, so I had to sit down and work with my skills, and it was something very liberating that we're working on this together. So it's not so much in kind of traditional treatment, is that there is the doctor, the therapist, who treating the person who needs treatment. But when we play music, it's not one up or down. And I think that is part of the empowerment, that we're all in this together, and we have different roles, but we're doing it together because there's no, there's more music needed in the world.
Well, we're going to come back. We're going to talk more to both Mimi, CJ, and of course you, Jens, and we're going to take a short break. And when we come back, we'll continue our discussion. We'll have an additional performance and also a reflection that we're all going to view. Thank you and stay tuned.